everybody. Hope you're doing good. I am out for a little walk in a park near my house and taking a little break on the bench, and thought I would chat with you a little bit and tell you what's been on my mind. I'm going to put my little nurse hat on today because I want to talk about sort of like medical women's health. And today I went and had my annual physical, and so that was good. I always feel like that's an important thing to do every year, and I actually missed last year because of COVID and wasn't on the routine. And so went today, got that done, and got a number of labs drawn. Most of them have come back already. And I wanted to tell you about some of them. So some of them you might want to think about if you haven't had them done. But they did the complete blood count. Everything was normal there. Got my cholesterol numbers back. My triglycerides were actually really good, but my HDL wasn't as good as it could be, and my LDL was higher than it could be too. So I'm going to pay attention a little bit more to my diet as far as like dairy intake and that kind of thing, and see if I can make a little difference on those numbers. So that was useful feedback, and I'm going to walk while we talk. So and then I got my vitamin D level. I've had a low vitamin D level in the past, and I've been taking 5,000 units of vitamin D for the last few years, and now it's in the normal range, so that's really great. And I really think actually that vitamin D has been one of the biggest differences I've noticed from a supplement in mood, really. I really think when I don't take it and it gets low, that I'm just so much more low energy and low mental energy, if that makes sense. So if you have any struggles with that, or you might want to check your vitamin D or ask your doctor about it. I think it's a good thing to make sure you're good with, and a lot of people who carry extra weight sometimes struggle with lower vitamin D, so something to think about. Also had my A1C done, which is measuring of glucose over time, and that was also in the normal range, thankfully. Not pre-diabetic or anything like that, so happy with that. My blood pressure was normal. So really everything, and the thyroid tests I had done too, and those were all normal. So it's all good information, and glad that most of it was good. The only thing to pay attention to is those cholesterol numbers. So my PSA for the day is get your annual checkup. Preventative medicine is a really good thing, and better to know what you're working with. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I am all about the data. And when it comes to your health, data is a good thing, because you can see trends over time. You can identify things earlier than you might be feeling them symptom-wise. And yeah, so get your physical. And what else I want to talk to you about? For my late 40s, or at least most of us are in our late 40s when we talk about perimenopause. I don't know about y'all, and I hope there's some of you out there that can relate to this, but man, it's a real pain. And the pain is that there's no predicting cycles. I don't know what is what anymore. And it used to be, when I was regular, that I could predict things just by the way I was feeling. When those cravings went up, when I was more irritable, and so I could sort of work around that or know what was happening. Now, with everything so unpredictable, I just find it a little frustrating. And actually, I think it is. I'm trying to identify trends with weight, because I feel like, especially the times when I don't have a period, I feel like my body holds on to weight. And it seems like for a couple of weeks even. And then it sort of clears. I don't know. Have y'all experienced any trends that you recognize being in this irregular time? I'd love to hear about it, or love to hear any advice you have. I don't know, I just wish there was a little more predictability, and I'm trying to get more comfortable with the unpredictability of it and just knowing my body is doing what it needs to do. And I just wish it would send me a memo, right? That would be helpful. But it doesn't, and so I've just got to go with it. And I guess in actuality, what it does do that's a positive is make me really make sure that everything that I'm actually doing is dialed in, right? So like that I'm really being focused on my plan and my diet, getting my exercise, and doing my self-care, taking care of my mind, and knowing that if I just do all those things, I don't really have to have the memo on what my body's up to, because I'm doing the healthy things and it'll all be where it needs to be. And as long as I'm doing the best I can, that's all I can ask of myself, right? So and so it does make me pay more attention to that and not feel like, oh, it's just, you know, PMS or whatever. I don't know what it is, so I'm just going to keep doing my thing. And so that's been on my mind. And yeah, definitely drop me a comment below if you have any experience with this and how that's been impacting your weight journey, if you're going through sort of the perimenopause journey. Anyway, TMI, I'm sure, for some of you, and for my younger folks, fun stuff to look forward to, but it's all good. Really not a problem at the end of the day. First world complaining. So what else is going on? I can't believe we're mostly through April, that April is ending at the end of this week. And I will be giving you guys an April update on how everything's been going. The sneak peek is generally pretty good. I still have my areas of needing to work on. I don't quite drink enough water, I don't think. I'll be working on that. And but overall, I feel like things are moving along at a good place, and I've really been enjoying the hiking out here and getting out as much as I can in the spring lovely weather before it gets steamy and mosquito-y in North Carolina, because it'll be a little harder to find days that feel as nice as these. So I'm getting it in while I can. And let's hope for a mild summer. So I'm gonna get to hiking a little more, and I'll speak to you guys in a bit. Everybody, just finished that nice little hike. Man, I don't know about you, but I just feel like hiking can be so therapeutic, and I'm just happy to get out there amongst the trees, and it just hits the reset button for me. And while I was out there, I thought of a couple of things I wanted to mention to you, basically two apps that I thought you might be interested in if you hadn't heard about them already. One is the AllTrails app, and AllTrails has a listing of all sort of hiking trails all over everywhere, and you can get the app on your phone and track the start and end time of your hike, and it'll show you the elevation changes. You can rate it, you can share, it'll pace you, show your pace per mile. You can share your feedback on the trail on the website. It'll show your completed hikes to date and your stats. So it's really pretty cool. Again, if you're a data nerd like me, you will enjoy it. So, and if you go hiking a lot, check it out if you're not already familiar with it. The second app I wanted to tell you about is called Seek, S-E-E-K, and it's not sort of a fitness or hiking related app, but it's a nature app. And what it does is you can take a picture of a tree, flower, animal, and it'll tell you what specifically it is. So I don't know if you're like me, you're like, oh wow, that's really pretty flower, I wonder what it is. Well, you can take a picture of it, right on your phone, and it'll tell you what it is and tell you all about it. So I just think it's fun to do, and one of those little joyful moments to make your outdoor adventures a little bit more fun. So until next time, hope you guys are well, and I'll see you soon. Be well. Bye.